Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm hearing get ready to be stripped spiritually naked. There is a lot of masks falling off, and you yourself have been stripped. You're being stripped. Okay? And this is in a very spiritual sense. Look at that. We got the high priestess at the bottom of the deck. You know the things that you've been hiding behind. You know the ways that you've been hiding, the ways that you've been showing up that don't really align with who it is that you truly are and what it is that you really want for your life. And you are being stripped spiritually, okay? So this could be a lot of relationships being let go. This could be certain things that you were tied to, certain clubs, certain job titles, or goals that you had that were very worldly. But now it's like it's time for you to align yourself with something that's not so worldly, that's actually very much in line with your spirit. And that's why you're being spiritually stripped. Because if it doesn't work for who you genuinely truly are, then it's not gonna go in this season of your life. It's just not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. And you're going to recognize quickly how much you're not going to be able to hold on to certain relationships in your life, how you're not going to be able to hold on to certain things that just, they don't make sense anymore. You've elevated and evolved in the sense of you know what's for you and you know what's not. And now you're allowing yourself to go into more. So you're going from these relationships where you had to self-sacrifice, self-abandon, self-neglect in order for you to keep up with, and you finally done with that. And because you're done with that, it's showing up in multiple areas of your life. It's showing up in multiple ways, and it's putting you in a state where you didn't even realize that you had to go back to the drawing board, and it's probably because you've been nervous to do so. You've probably been nervous to go back to the drawing board, which is why you were holding on to these relationships in the first place. But now that you're being stripped of these relationships, you're also being left with your fears of what you may not receive, who you may not be in contact with, how it is that you've been showing up this entire time that's been holding you back. And it's because you think that, or you thought that there was something that you couldn't receive. You were holding on to these relationships for a very specific reason, and that reason is being revealed to you. And once you are revealed to yourself, again, spiritually naked, once it's revealed to you, there's no hiding from it. Once you have become awakened to the situation, once the situation has revealed itself, the reason has revealed itself, you can no longer hide from it. Forget what everybody else is thinking. Forget what everybody else is saying about who it is that you are and what you've been doing. You are no longer going to be able to hide from yourself. It's almost like putting a microscope on yourself, putting a microscope on your fears, putting a microscope on what it is you've been accepting that has been weighing heavy on you, just so you can get to this level of happiness. You're literally moving from this anxiety and fear state of mind to wish fulfillment. And it's because you've decided to let go. You've decided to accept the lessons that you've learned and move forward. And you don't know where this is going to take you, but you trust that you can no longer do what you were doing before. It gives out with the old, in with the new. And once you are stripped to the bone, okay? I'm seeing somebody very naked with this Empress card here. Once you are stripped, this is when you begin to adorn yourself with all of the relationships, all of the commitments, all of the hobbies, all of the things that you actually love that really align with who it is that you are today. Not who it is that you were, not where it was that you were, but who it is that you're coming into today. And it's beautiful because we are stepping into the 8/8 portal. This is being posted the day before. So you are in a state of alchemizing, all right? But the magician here, you are alchemizing a lot of your life. You are really taking what it is that you've had and you're saying, okay, I like these parts of it, but I don't like these parts of it. And the big parts of it that you don't like, those are falling away. But you're keeping what it is that you know that you really resonated with, because you're about to have those shine. It's like a light is being shined on the parts that you actually want to keep. And everything is not going to be rainbow and sunshine in your life, right? But it takes a knowing of who it is that you are to be able to pull in what it is that you want. If you don't know who you are and you don't know what you need, what you're actually desiring to align yourself to, you won't understand why certain things are being moved out the way. You won't understand how to properly manifest because you don't even know what it is that you're supposed to be manifesting. You won't understand how to properly be because you don't know how to be without these things that made you look and feel like you were doing something, when in fact you weren't doing anything. You were just allowing yourself to be in the world or of the world, when you're really just in the world, not of it. You're being asked to follow your spirit. That's what this is about. You're being asked to follow your spirit. And then you follow in your spirit, you'll be able to create masterpieces for what it is that you desire. It's like you'll be able to finally see what it looks like when you show up as your full self, what it looks like when you show up as the most embodied version of yourself, and you'll stop second guessing if you're good enough for certain things. I'm feeling like this is for people who have always felt like they were not able to have the friendships that they want, like they always had to abandon themselves for the friendship, for the relationship, and it's all changing. It's all changing. It's like you were celebrated for your self-abandonment, and now you're going to be stepping into a phase where you are celebrating yourself for your commitment to yourself. Let's get one more card out. Ace of Swords. You are definitely living in your truth. You're finally allowing yourself to release the burdens so that you can live in a truth that you've never embodied before. It's like you no longer want to tell people why it is you're doing what you're doing. You no longer want to explain why you see things the way you see things. You no longer want to convince anybody of what it is that you see for yourself. Now you're just allowing yourself to show up as yourself. We have new moon in Aquarius. Bring love into the situation. Let's read this out the book. Aquarius is all about progress and modernity. Modernity? Okay. So this is the time to move forward. The new moon in Aquarius card means no looking back. Change is on its way and it could come quickly. Whether you get the change you want depends both on whether you believe you can have it and how much you're relying on others to bring it to you. This card comes with the suggestion that you may need to do things independently on your own, but be loving, not too pragmatic. Time may be of the essence when this card comes up. Aquarius energy has an electric feel to it. Certainly, there's a sense that you need to let go of the past and move towards your future as soon as possible. Explore the idea that it's not what you know, but whom you know. Additional meanings to this card. You need to be more detached from the situation. Thinking outside the box will bring the solution. More pragmatism is called for. Improve your karma by doing some charitable work. The teaching. Aquarius is a sign of innovation. Aquarius is a sign of invention, modern advances, and technology, and humanity. Its energy is a little brittle. It's individual, scientific even, and relatively emotionally detached. Many people think Aquarius is a water sign because the Aquarius symbol is the water bearer, but it's actually an air sign. And it's far more about intellect than the emotional water signs, as this card is, no matter when you draw it. Dropping convention works well with this energy. All right, collective, that was the reading. You're being asked to allow yourself to bring love into the situation. All right, I hope that this resonates, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.